The junior officers then formed a junta and established the National Reformation Council and took control of the government. David Lansana was later released and posted to New York to serve as the country's consul. The National Reformation Council was overthrown in April 1968 by a group of military officers who called themselves the Anti-Corruption Revolutionary Movement. The Anti-Corruption Revolutionary Movement imprisoned all senior members of the National Reformation Council, and the democratically elected Prime Minister Shekhar Stevens was restored. David Lansana was called home by the now restored Shekhar Stevens. David Lansana refused to return home and instead sought refuge in Liberia. The Sierra Leone government then sought extradition proceedings, citing a treaty signed between Britain and its dependent territories and Liberia. David Lansana's lawyers rejected the treaty as redundant, owing to the fact that Sierra Leone had become an independent nation. David Lansana was eventually returned to Sierra Leone, where he stood trial. David Lansana, together with his sister-in-law, Madam Ella Koblo Gulama, who was a minister without portfolio in Albert Magai's government, were arrested on charges of treason, and they were detained at the Pademba Road prison in Freetown. Both of them were charged of conspiracy with former Prime Minister Albert Magai. The claim was based on a meeting between Madam Ella Koblo and former Prime Minister Albert Magai, in which Albert Magai is said to have expressed his wish not to lose his office. Albert Magai was said to be weighing his option, including military intervention. Madam Ella Koblo was reported to have advised Albert Magai not to stand down from the office of the Prime Minister. She was also reported to have offered Albert Magai her formidable support and suggested that Albert Magai bribed David Lansana to stage a coup. The charges against Madam Ella Koblo could not be proven, and she was released from prison after a year and a half. David Lansana was convicted of treason and sentenced to death by hanging. On the 19th of July 1975, David Lansana together with 14 others were executed by hanging at the Pademba Road prison in Freetown. After their executions, their bodies were displayed for an hour to send a strong message, and yes, indeed, it sent shockwaves throughout Sierra Leone and beyond. Thank you all for watching. This is Sierra Leone Documentaries. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.